Dear friends, this is a short lecture this evening on the topic of science and spirituality. Today we will not only discuss this but as a preliminary clear some confusion before starting the main body of this talk. Constantly people compare science with religion. That comparison is not appropriate, because a religion is a way of living, a design, just like engineering is a way of doing things, achieving different goals. So if you wish to compare spirituality, we must compare it with science. Both refer to basics of existence, unlike a religion or engineering which refer to ways of living or doing. We will clear some confusions people have further. I refer to science and art. Art is a way of living, doing things, and science refers to the basics of understanding of the facts of nature or existence. Art is a way, science is facts of fundamental nature. But wherever methods are employed, even in the field of science, there is art. That is why inventions are said to improve the state of the art, the way of doing things. Every theory of science, every scientific theory is an invention of the human mind and is subject to further improvements. Contrast this with the facts of science or spirituality, which are eternal facts, which do not require further improvement. They are only required to be discovered and understood. With this, we will start the main body of the talk today. When you compare science with spirituality, you will see that they must have the same single truth, different ways of approach, but truth is one, truth is not two, truth is not divided into scientific truth and spiritual truth. Truth is one and the same, whether you approach through the physical sciences of the manifested phenomena of nature, or you explore through the spiritual sciences, which have a vaster scope of the existence, of which nature is one manifestation, consciousness is another manifestation. So whereas sciences, physical sciences deal with nature, spirituality deals with the existence as a whole, Sat, of which you are conscious, Chit, and the entire thing is supposed to result in Ananda, Satchidananda. When you see, both spirituality and science stand on pillars of faith. Spirituality stands on faith that there is existence, you exist, and the fact that you are conscious of your existence. And science, all the especially physics, which is the most fundamental of all the sciences, is based on statements of faith, which are also known as statements of fundamental laws. of nature. For example, all the three laws of mechanics given by Newton, namely law of inertia, which states that a body keeps moving in a straight line unless until it is disturbed by an external force, or the second law, which states that force is proportional to mass times acceleration, or the third law of Newton, which states that action and reaction are equal and opposite to each other, or the law of gravity, which states that the force between two masses is equal to the product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the center of the masses, or for that matter the laws of thermodynamics, which comprise the law of conservation of energy, apart from the partial conversion of heat into work, and a connected concept of entropy or disorder, which monotonously increases in any isolated adiabatic system. You come to theory of relativity. The special theory, for example, has the two laws, that all the laws of physics are same in all the inertial frames of reference, and that the velocity of light is constant, the same, nearly 3 lakh kilometers per second for every observer in every inertial frame. Or you come to the general relativity, where it states that there is no difference between gravitation and accretion of inertial frames in infinitesimally small spacetimes. Or for that matter, you come to the laws of quantum mechanics, which state that all the things that are observed, measured, or the eigenvalues of the operators that are employed to measure the observables. None of these laws has a proof. All of these are motivated by the experiences of the scientists or the seers, observations of nature. Their intuitive minds grasp these verities, and these laws are stated, and these laws are the pillars of faith on which the rest of the science stands as a superstructure and is constantly developed. In spirituality also the method is the same. The seers intuitively perceive the final truths and they state and then design the ways of life which are called religions for the people to follow, and hence religions differ from place to place and from time to time, but science of spirituality is the same every time, everywhere. Now come to the method. The scientists employ experiments in the manifested nature. The seers use their experiences in their consciousness and then classify, analyze, categorize, and develop and search for further truths and develop the science of spirituality. So now we see that both science and spirituality stand on faith as pillars and are developed either by experiments in the area of physical sciences or experiences in consciousness in the area of spirituality, and both try to attain to the same final truth, final verity, reality, through the methods of science in nature, manifested nature, or methods of spirituality in the field of existence. I hope some clarity has prevailed by now. Do not stress your minds too much. Let the discussion take its time to mature, settle. Don't struggle with it. Allow your natural being to settle into an understanding, and we will continue these such talks later, to which again you are welcome. Thank you.